How's it doing, everybody? It's Kanan from the Missouri Trading Post. I thought it'd be cool. I want to start doing like a little post-show update on just kind of how the show went, the vibe of the show, favorite picks, favorite pickups of every show. Just highlighted moments essentially. I want to keep kind of like a video journal of it all. So let me start it all off with this show. It was only our second show, but like it topped the first show, which I was really shocked because we had a really great first show. And with the second show, what made it so awesome is the venue was crazy. It was the Branson Poke Fest at Chateau on the Lake. Um, Gorgeous place. Really expensive coffee too, but phenomenal venue. And I was kind of worried that um, it was going to be too remote for people to like show up because it was like right on the lake and it was a bit of a drive. But man, collectors did they show. They showed up and they had a blast. I I had so much fun, even though I was working and I was so tired by the end of it all. But yeah, before I go into my highlights, I want to give a shout out to every vendor I ran into was very wholesome and genuine, and we all have different aspects of the hobby that we like. Some like the money aspect, some like the trading, some like the grail chase. Some like the interaction with the fans, seeing the excitement of getting that card that they wanted, or pulling something really awesome. I feel like I would personally be a combination of all those things, honestly. But my favorite thing is just the interaction with the people. Um, just it was phenomenal. Before I go into my highlights, again, I want to give a shout out to some of my favorite interactions with vendors. The number one has to be Route One Trading Post, which oddly enough, their first show was along with our first show, and what was so wholesome about it is like just two bros being bros, and same like me and Zeke, and they didn't realize the name of our group of our business was Missouri Trading Post, and then in the second show when they came up and they're like, hey, our name we decided was Route One Trading Post, and I was like, that's hilarious. Did you realize what our name was? And we just I laughed way too long, like I normally do. But the reason why I want to shout them out first is, and I'm terrible with names, but my buddy at Route One, I asked him if he could make one at the first show and I would pay him for it. Being the chillest dude ever, before day one even starts, he just walks by, he's like, here, take it. And I'm like, this fly is driving me nuts. But anyways, off topic. He brings it over, and the quality is just insane. I don't want to bring it over because it is kind of fragile, but this is 3D printed, and he made that just for me. Like the only one is, I think it's a one of one. I should get him to sign it. But yeah, it was just really fun because we're both doing our journeys together, starting in the business. My second shout out is Banana Tree TCG. I think they're like based out of Arkansas somewhere. Um, but really cool dude. Him and his wife are running the show, the booth. I think that he had two locals helping him. And the reason why I'm shouting this guy out, he had the most random card that is my grail. It's not even that expensive, but it means a lot to me. It's why I collect. It's Jigglypuff. It is literally the first edition Jungle, 1999. I just read the whole card. Gem Mint 10, Jiggly. Like, it's just beautiful. And yeah, I was so happy. And the dude gave me a really crazy deal on it, a vendor deal. But hey, I call it a friend deal now. But yeah, the third and final shout out vendor for vendors will have to be. They don't have a like business name. It's two really good friends, Jeremy and TJ. They have been collecting. They're primarily like collectors of sealed and vintage. But what I want to shout them out is they ended up sitting next to us at our first show. It was their second show, and what was the wholesome moment with these two guys is like they they were they were giving tips and tricks throughout the first show. We really matched well with these guys. Me and Zeke, like, because they have a lot of great older vintage stuff and like really cool rare sealed product, and we're primarily a lot of modern and fun games for the kids. So what was so great about sitting next to these guys is it kept people at both of our booths for a really long time, which my philosophy is the longer that you keep someone at your table, the more interested they are in getting something. Even if it was like a few bucks or like a chase or just like a fun Poke Party pack. Um, so that interaction that we had with them in the first show, they were like, "Oh, dude, we should get booths back to back again," and sure enough, we did, and the same great combo interactions happened again, where it's leading to good partnerships in the future. I honestly think where we've already signed up. We're going to sponsor a few. I say a few. I think we've got like 5 shows in the books now for coming up this fall. So that's really exciting getting to work with those guys. And then, sorry, I said 3 shout outs, but the big shout out is going to be this will be a combination of uh, collector interactions. One thing that I've always seen on like social media is like the negativity, like the bad interactions of the hobby. And I honestly, besides like Troops collectibles and some with like Jar Chomp and Bulbasaur or Friday TCG, I see a lot of like negativity in regards to vendors. I didn't see any of that with collectors. It was really awesome being able to just have wholesome moments with like kids getting to open packs and they're like, oh my gosh. And it might have been like a $3 hit, but to them it was a core memory. So those were really fun, like a lot of fun. And um, honestly, people for the first show that were like, "Oh, we're gonna drive up. We want to see you guys," and like they brought me stuff to buy, which I definitely, if you're watching this video, please shoot me a message or Zeke a message um, on if you got stuff that you don't want to hold on to anymore. We definitely love to look into it. Um, but like, and then we got our first 5-star review. Also, that was phenomenal. I think actually ended up doing the interaction with this guy on the first show and the second show, but he was just so ecstatic, leaving a very detailed review, just saying like how personal we are and friendly, and how one big thing I'm all about. I try not to rush people. I want to. I want you to come to the booth. I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about your favorite cards. You know, just um, all the talking. Words are hard, guys. I do it for 10 hours a day. But yeah, that was another great interaction, and then the final um, collector shout out is this mom and son. It was getting close to the end of day two. They were walking around the venue for a majority of the day. Apparently, someone they were like saw that they were like Jigglypuff fans, and they're like, "Oh, you should see one of the guys. He's got a tattoo of Jigglypuff." So they were like hunting me down through the venue, and then I just see like made awkward eye contact with them, and then they were like walking up quickly to the booth, and then Zeke just like, "I think these guys were looking for you." And then they were fellow Jigglypuff collectors and fans, which, oddly enough, in this hobby, this is the first time I found another Jigglypuff collector, which is hilarious. And then we all three go to show each other something on our phones, and as we do it, we all, like, as we turn our phones on, there's the Jigglypuff wallpapers, and we had geeked out for about 5 to 10 minutes, probably more. Um, and that was just wholesome. I love seeing like it's not up to me to judge if it's a core memory for them, but in my opinions, it should potentially be a core memory. I like seeing those like bright moments with everyone. Um, yeah, I am rambling a lot. I was trying to keep this short, under 10 minutes. That's not going to happen. The last big thing I want to do with this video, sorry, there'll be one more thing after that, is second to last is I want to highlight some of my favorite pickups. Honestly, if I could just show everything that me and Zeke picked up, I definitely would. But there was so much I can't. But I love evolving our collection. We started off with like one and a half like hit or miss collections when we got into vending, and the process of evolving that bulk into better stuff has been so much fun. Just watching the collection evolve into not just modern stuff, but into more mid era, and then we were starting to get some more vintage and all that stuff. And like my favorite part is taking bulk, making games out of that bulk, like the EXs, the double rares, hyper rares, you name it, and just having fun with it with everybody, making it worth the thrill of like opening a pack for $5. Yes, it's not a sealed Pokemon Company pack, but it's still fun when there's a little bit of games of chance, and you're always like getting close to that value of the $5 or way more. Um, but yeah, my favorite pickups of the lot. I think there is one, two, three, four, five, six different sections I'm going to show. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the evolution lot, which was just so cool of different EVs I got. There would have been five more. I picked up five of the SIR evolutions from terrestrial festivals. Um, but literally after I got them, like literally, what was it? 30 minutes later, they, um, they, they just, I blinked and they were gone. Some collector was like, "Yo, are those the Japanese SIRs?" And I was like, "They sure are." and his partner, she was like, "We are trying to save," and then they had like talked for a good they had talked for a good like probably 10 minutes at the booth, and they were convincing each other the whole time to buy them until they like met up in their like deal, and it led up to like a really fun coin flip, to where it would either really help them out a lot, where they got like 260 for the five instead of 300. The market price for all five was like 280. The two we were missing were the Leafeon and the Umbreon, obviously for that price. But when we did the coin flip, they were like, really? And also, shout out to I gotta stop doing coin flips because I one win and four losses. Pretty abysmal odds, honestly. But yeah, these were some of my favorites. Obviously, we got the bid one herself, um, the Vaporeon EXSIR from Prismatic Disillusion or whatever, Traumatic Commotion set. I was really excited about this one. This one was so pretty. I can't keep the Japanese SIRs in stock, by the way. I've gotten quite a few by now, and they just keep going. This was a really fun mid-era one. I didn't realize how pricey it was. She took a little hit before I got her, but hey, yeah, this one's fun. I forget the exact set of this. No, it's a Black Star promo. I'm all about Black Star promos. I love them. And then we got a Leafeon V Star, which is also really cool. This is a really popular Leafeon. Got those cottage core vibes. We got Cutie Patootie, their self. That's stop giving gender to Pokemon. But yeah, this is. I loved the printing of this. I think this was Celebrations, I believe. Yeah. It's CC, isn't it? Yeah. And this also. No, it's not a promo. But yeah, I remember when this was like $5, if that. Crazy. So that's fun. Then, obviously, the leveled up version of that card. Just look at him. So cute. So chibi. Yeah. These were just so much fun to pick up. Also, I'm showing these for a reason. Like, they're going to be at the shows. Like, come find us. Our next shows will be like 5 hours away. So, if you end up in Omaha, Nebraska this weekend, it'd be really cool to talk. It'd be fun to just chat with people. And if you travel for car shows, yeah, come say hi. I doubt anyone would, but hey, this one's really cool. Another promo. I am a promo junkie. I know a lot of people have been talking about promo, FOMO, but I like the older promos, honestly. Wizard of the Coast promos, if they come by the booth, I'm like, gimme, 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 gimme. Um, this one's really cool too. The reverse Crystal Guardians. Temporal Forces. I just learned that it's signified reverse in this era when it has the logo like this, which is really cool. And then what else? What's the next line I want to do? Oh, this one's fun. Okay, this one is that card will be last. Yeah, this is this was cool to get. I just had to get it because I've never owned it. But the first two cards will lead into it. We got Misty's Lapras. I got a second one of Misty's Lapras. Couldn't find any Misty Starmies this event, unfortunately. But still, Misty Psyduck. Poor Eye Boy. No one really saw any interest in him this weekend. But you all probably know what this card is. It's not the most expensive Misty card, but it is the most notorious Misty card, and it is Misty's Tears. Um, yeah, we all know it's. I think it's probably the first ban card, or the Sabrina card might be the first ban card. But yeah, really cool grab. Um, it's a very niche market, I think, for this card. Uh, it might get sold at the next show. Also, if you guys see any of these cards I'm showing that you're interested in, shoot me a message and we can talk something out, right? Or Zeke, of course. All right, what's the next slot? Um, oh yeah, let's do this like weird Mega Ray Quasar like Bidis purchase, a Bidis hit lot. Okay, so this one was pretty cool, honestly. We got Greninja SIR. I know he's dropping a little bit, but I have a feeling he's going to pick back up. Especially if they do like a Mega Greninja. They came out, they had a Mega Greninja, didn't they? I think they did. It's not the bid money one, but it's like the mid money. What was it? Promo, right? I think it was a promo. Yeah. I just love the trainer arts of this, and then I got a Meta Ray Ray from another cool vendor, Caleb, and I got a Meta Altaria also. Um, Puffy Cloud Dragon Boy. Yeah. Um, this one was a little short and sweet. What's the next one I want to do? Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'll put these out of the way now. This. So, got this at the last show. I like tag teams. Hopefully, someone puts this up soon. It's the Aladdin and a Jasmine. I will show you the world. I just think of that just the way Guillotine is holding Garchomp. We got the Raichu and Raichu Inception tag team, not the really cool one. I think all tag teams are cool. We got Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX. Again, it's not the crazy SIR one. We got the the Blip, Blippy and Blastoise. We got Piplup and Blastoise. That was a fun pickup. And then we just got regular Piplup. It's crazy how expensive this is. Again, trainer arts. I love trainer arts. Love them, love them, love them. Okay. I know Zeke probably has some favorite pickups too. Um, let's start with the man, the myth, the mouse, the rat boy. Some fun Pikachu pickups. This was a fun little, I think this is a promo. Again, I love how they do the stamped foils. The Chunky Chunk Boy. This is a really clean copy. If you want to, if you're interested in it, it should probably 10. But I know these cards are hard to 10 with the centering. I did get better at that. This is another fun one. I got at the last show. It's a lot of people looked at it, but they went for other stuff, which I respect. And this one was a fun pickup. This card is crazy clean. Like crazy. That's not a white dot, that's a spec. Um, but yeah, it'd be fun to grade this. It's like over $100, I think, as a 10, which is pretty cool. All right, the final lot, as I said, my favorite thing, one of my favorite, I have so many favorites, is like evolving the collection. Um, I know the collection on collectors just like been gradually increasing by like $600 to $1,000 per show, which isn't bad. Because we're getting a lot of we're taking a lot of revenue also for like profit to pay ourselves and stuff. But still, like to see it grow consistently is really cool. And I know there's not a very big market on it yet, but I eventually want to have more like later vintage. Well, by later vintage, like Neo Genesis, Deoxys, the Return of the Team Rocket set. I forget the name. Some mid era stuff. But here's some of the pickups. I'll stop rambling. We got Feralidator. We got a Raichu base set 2. We got a Mew 2 base set. Not first edition. Not first edition Shadowless. That'd be cool. But that forehead, brothers and ladies and peoples. Oh my gosh, this Feralidator too. I wish he was near mint, but he's got some specs. He's been beaten up a couple times. He's not bad though. And then it was beat up a little bit. That's why I died at 22. Yeah, I'd love to get more Delta species, more Neogenesis, all that fun stuff. Yeah, there you have it. That's my ramble for half an hour on our second show. I'll try to do this vlog style where you can see my hands, see me fidget for 30 minutes as I talked about cards. Maybe I'll evolve this into like a podcast format. Who knows? But again, just feel free to message me, talk on our socials about what you like of the hobbies, what you don't like, what you like to see with our content as we're trying to be the very best that no one ever was. God, I was waiting all 30 minutes to say that. But yeah, let us know what you liked, what you want, what you don't like. Also, if you came by the booths, either day 1 or day 2, give me your feedback on the Poke Party packs. Because I sold out at the second show, and I felt so bad because there were people. I think I had like 30 people afterwards, like ask for a Poke Party pack, and I was like, I gotta take this sign down. Let me know what you liked, what you don't like with them, ideas to make them more creative or interesting. I think I've got a fun idea brewing for Omaha. But yeah, again, chained in with the Missouri Trading Post out.